The LA Clippers are supposed to be the biggest chokers of the entire NBA history. How they choked a 3-1 lead in 2020, and now they lost to the Phoenix Suns this year. But obviously, this year they didn't have Kawhi Leonard for their final series, which was a big blow to them considering he's the heart and soul of their offense and defense. The Clippers still managed to get past the Jazz and push the Suns to 6 games, but now they are technically out of the race for the NBA chip, and they have to improve their team to keep Kawhi Leonard because there are rumors saying that Kawhi Leonard might leave. Obviously, they did great this year under the leadership of Paul George, who obviously pulled off some of his best basketball of his entire career. He played great, but obviously after a disappointing exit to the Phoenix Suns in 6 games, now they have to keep Kawhi Leonard and improve their roster so that they can make a deep championship run next year as well. Obviously, players like Reggie Jackson they're probably going to leave considering that they're going to get lots of money the second free agency begins. So today we're going to be looking at trades for the Clippers. But what do the Clippers really need? The Clippers need a point guard that can facilitate the offense. That's been their biggest weakness this entire year. They've had every single thing they need: offense, defense, wing scoring. But the point guard is one spot that remains kind of non-fulfilled. So today we're going to be trying to fulfill that role. And we're going to be doing that by starting off by looking at this number one trade. And this is a trade for someone that's pretty valuable. It's for Lonzo Ball. Obviously here, the Clippers are giving Rajon Rondo, Serge Ibaka, and Marcus Morris for Lonzo Ball. Now, I know this might seem like a little less, but clearly the Pelicans and Lonzo Ball can't come together with the money issue. And the Clippers have a great owner in Steve Ballmer who will write paychecks to players he thinks are very valuable. So if Lonzo Ball can get under his radar, then Lonzo might be able to get the money that he wants. And the Pelicans are also getting some shooters or stretch 5s and 4s to pair on Zion Williamson, especially with Serge Ibaka and Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo provides playoff experience and facilitating, which the Pelicans need to contribute and make the playoffs this year. Obviously, the big deal here is Serge Ibaka and Marcus Morris, because those guys are stretch players who can space the floor so that Zion Williamson can do the damage he wants to inside the paint. Because obviously there were some problems with Steven Adams and how he wouldn't be able to stretch the floor. And with this trade, Serge Ibaka could he can become their full-time center, and the Pelicans obviously can trade Steven Adams. For the Clippers, they're getting a great point guard who's best at facilitating and has also built a good shot and is also a decent scorer and a great defender. So now the second trade we have today is for Terry Rozier. So the Clippers are going to give up Rajon Rondo, Serge Ibaka, and this time Yogi Ferrell for Terry Rozier. Obviously because Lonzo Ball is more valuable than Terry Rozier, we swapped out Yogi Ferrell for Marcus Morris. Terry Rozier isn't earning too much money, and I know he isn't the greatest facilitator of all time, but he can do what's expected of him. And that's something that's obviously useful because he's a great scorer. And part of the reason that he wasn't able to facilitate as well as he could in Charlotte was because of LaMelo Ball rising up and his rise and how he's been playing great. So that's another reason why Terry Rozier hasn't been able to facilitate. But he's not a complete liability on defense. Of course, he's a bit short, but he's okay on defense. He can score the ball when needed, if Kawhi or PG are having an off night. And then, of course, he can facilitate, which is obviously the biggest need that the Clippers need right now. For the Hornets, they're getting back another good point guard who can facilitate in Rajon Rondo. They're getting another center in Serge Ibaka who can mentor who can mentor LaMelo Ball, along with Rondo, who can mentor LaMelo Ball. And then Yogi Ferrell, obviously, just to make the money work, because they need the money they need Yogi Ferrell's salary so that this trade would work. And that's the only reason he's even in this trade. It's not really like he's something valuable or anything, just for the money, and that's it. So the third trade and the final trade that I have for you guys today is personally my favorite one. It's for Ben Simmons. I know a lot of people are gonna get pissed off that I'm asking to trade for Ben Simmons, but trading for Ben Simmons might actually be really smart, considering that the Clippers have a great shooting team, and they can at least try to teach the young Ben Simmons how to shoot. So the trade would look like Marcus Morris and Luke Kennard for Ben Simmons. Obviously, Clippers fans think that this is exactly what they need and how much Ben Simmons is worth. And obviously, Sixers fans will want more. But considering how Ben Simmons played in the playoffs, it's a bit concerning, and I don't think his stock is very high. But I don't think this trade is going to happen, considering that other teams will also put good packages together, like Andrew Wiggins, or different players, like different teams. Obviously, the Spurs have a good shot, other teams have a good shot at Ben Simmons, but the Clippers also do, and that's why I included this trade in here. Obviously, Ben Simmons is a great perimeter defender, and if all he needs is a change of scenery, then this trade is perfect, and he gets to send to one of the biggest cities in our country, actually, Los Angeles. Obviously, that would be great for him, that would be great for the team, and yeah, these are the 3 trades that we found today. And guys, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the first 10 people to subscribe and turn on notifications and join our Discord server, the link is in the description, they are entered for a chance to win a PS5. So the first 10 people to do that, they're entered for a chance to win a PS5 in a raffle. And this is also part of our Just Traded For playlist, so make sure to watch the other videos in our playlist. The link is in the description below. And hopefully you guys do take the Clippers seriously next year, because they are obviously a great team. They are my favorite team, and they really proved that they have a shot at winning the title with Kawhi Leonard. So, I'll see you guys later in our next video. Peace out.